If you're looking for the latest in hotel, restaurant, and retail technology, stay tuned right here to Tech Advisor Media.
Hi, Rob Grimes with Tech Advisor Media, and I'm here with Luke Panza, who's the Director of Marketing, but more importantly, the co-founder of NoWait.
That's right, Rob. Thank you for having me.
So, we were just chatting a little bit, so why don't you give us sort of the 20-second pitch, you don't get 30 seconds, 20-second pitch on what NoWait's all about.
Sure. For restaurants, we provide them our host app, which helps them simplify hosting, seat more guests, and connect with their customers over their mobile phones. And for guests that are going to restaurants, casual dining restaurants, we provide our guest app that allows them to find nearby restaurants and put their name in line remotely so that we don't eliminate the wait list, but we eliminate waiting in person for them.
Okay, and you're doing this for big restaurants, small restaurants?
That's right, and everywhere in the middle. 250,000 casual dining restaurants in the industry that don't accept reservations, from your mom and pop pizzeria to a large group like an On the Border that we work with. All of them don't take reservations, and that's who we reach out to.
And the concept, though, is to put your name on the list with some period of time before you're going to show up?
That's right, that's right. You're Friday night, you get the kids together, it's a half an hour wait, you can put your name on the list from home, and then get everybody together, make your way into the restaurant, and be seated in an efficient manner, all without really making a reservation.
Okay, so now I do call that a reservation system. So why would a restaurant choose to do that rather than a traditional reservation system?
Well, reservations are inefficient for restaurants. That's why, 5-6 out of all the 300,000 restaurants in the country don't take reservations, because people don't show up, they're late, there are changes in their party sizes. So it's more like I'm gonna just tell the restaurant I'm on my way in, but I'm in a line, and they know when I'm coming in that they can seat me or the next person in line. So for the restaurant, it's far more efficient to follow this model.
Because they're pretty sure the person's going to show up at that point too, and they can judge it based on a more limited period of time of how things are going.
That's right. It is not a reservation. NoWait does not do reservations at all. So it's not for planning 4 days ahead. It's not for planning 4 hours ahead. It's for planning within the hour. I'm on my way in.
Right.
This is what I'm going to do tonight.
Are you integrated with the POS system to know what the flow is actually going?
NoWait actually has our own table management system where you can mark tables as dirty, clean, check drop, all of that. POS integration is something we're looking at down the road, but it's actually not required to seat people quickly, because we have the ability to have 3 or more devices on the floor being used, and managers can see a table, mark it as dirty, and get somebody seated quickly.
And we're a cloud-based system?
That's right.
So totally cloud, so the investment on the hardware side for the restaurateur
starts at a $400 iPad. It's really low, it's very easy. Or, the phone they have in their pocket, they can get started there.
So are we only iPad based, or can they use any device they want?
For the restaurant and the host app that they use, it is iPad, iPhone, iPod based. For the guest app, we have an iPhone application and an Android application.
Are you going to expand your operating systems beyond the iOS?
Right now, we're with iOS. It's a very stable platform. It's been a remarkable experience for restaurants. We'll see what the future holds.
It could be a challenge on the integration side if they want to integrate or use the same devices that they may be using for other things. Some of the vendors that are here at NRA are showing a lot of tablets that are not iOS, that they may want to run multiple applications on, even at the hostess stand.
Right. The great thing is that everybody has one of these things in their pocket.
Right.
And an iPad, it's like, you don't have to teach somebody that. It's like, think of your kids, or you think of the 18-year-old hostess that's working on the border. You give her one of those, and they love it. It's actually, we've heard they say it's fun to do. Like, we want to use NoWait because it's fun, and I get to use an iPad at work. It hasn't been a challenge at all.
Okay. Now, you guys started in 2010.
That's right.
So you've had a lot of growth, in 4 years, in there. And how did you guys get the idea of starting this?
It was really going to restaurants. Our founder, Rob Meyer, said, I don't want to wait. Why can't we get into a restaurant faster? Why, if there's open table for reservations, why is there not a system that allows me to put my name on the list?
So who was your first customer?
All sorts of restaurants. Well, we're based in Pittsburgh with an office in New York, so started in Pittsburgh with a lot of restaurants there, and have since expanded to everything from First Watch, On the Border, Buffalo Wild Wings.
But you really
and so on and so
tested the
forth.
concept out and developed it with some Pittsburgh restaurants, and then after the proof of concept, you took it out.
That's right, and people found us all over the country. That's the great thing about the modern times we live in. I mean, we've got restaurants in Los Angeles, Chicago, Dallas, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Des Moines, Iowa, everywhere you can think of.
So let me make sure I get it. I'm not allowed to actually call this taking a reservation.
It's
What do
NoWait
I
is
call
the
it?
Anti-Reservation
Okay,
app.
so what do I call it?
It's getting in line remotely.
Okay, so how many getting in line remotelys do I have going on a month right now with your customer base?
We seat over 5 million guests a month nationwide.
In 250,000 units?
Well, we're in thousands of restaurants nationwide. Our addressable market's at 250,000.
Right.
But we have thousands of restaurants in all 50 states, every major metro, and we're at about 47 million seated today. We're almost at that 50 million mark, doing about 5 million a month and growing very quickly.
Now, are you doing anything on the beacon side of this to actually identify the person when they've shown up so they don't have to actually check in?
As a matter of fact, yeah. So if you have iBeacon enabled on your phone, when you're walking into the restaurant, you will automatically be checked into the host app and they'll see you. So much so as, seeing your face pop up, your Facebook picture, and they can greet you as if they know you.
As long as you've opted in for that.
That's right. It's an opt-in service.
So, your roadmap. So there's a lot of things that you want to do. You have very high growth going on. So on the roadmap, what should we expect you to be focused on and doing over the next year or two?
Most importantly, in 2014, we're really focusing on having as many restaurants as possible eliminate the wait. We really want to eliminate waiting in 2014. We're looking at using great new features that Apple puts out, like iBeacon, building guest engagement, and understanding people's dining preferences, when they go out, what they like to eat, and so on and so forth.
Will you, as you're looking at where you're going to go and you're looking at gaining more customer base in this, will you look also, you said you were talking about this before, about the integration with other apps and other providers if they have something that's there so you get a sort of total management system?
Absolutely, and it's very natural progression. As we continue to service more customers, there's very smart things we can do with integrations. Our main focus is really to eliminate waiting and make a better experience for the guests. Building that unique platform. I mean, mobile phones are not going away, so we're going to be continuing to build out in the mobile space and providing a great new experience to guests.
Well, I think I get the points of differentiation there. Are there customers that actually use a reservation management system like a Open Table and use you at the same time?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we find that customers typically like to have one system, but because the experience of NoWait is so easy for the host to use and so great for the guest, we do have a number of customers that put NoWait in alongside Open Table.
Do you envision that NoWait will start taking also reservations at some point?
We don't really know what the future will hold. We're not really trying to replicate what Open Table's doing. They have a great software platform. We're really focusing on those 250,000
But you are focused
restaurants.
on a market that is not using Open Table.
That's right. They're non-reservation
But there are
restaurants.
going to be some people that, hey, we're totally booked, but let's put your name on the wait list. So that's sort of an opportunity. It's a combination for both.
Well, right now our biggest competitor, to be honest, is pen and paper. So in those restaurants, thousands of restaurants that have no solution, that's who we're going up against. The pen and paper, the grease pen and floor maps, and that's the goal, is to get there first. Open Table's doing a great thing. We don't need to replicate what they're doing.
Great. So have you had a chance to walk around the show here at all?
I did. It's a great show again. They do an awesome job here at the NRA. I'm really excited for what they're doing this year.
So was there anything that you saw here in any category you want, from food to whatever, that really jumped out at you and said, that's pretty cool?
You know what? I still have to take it all in. There's so much, every year there's so many different things. But that's what I love about the NRA, is there's always something new to see.
Great. Well, listen, thank you for inviting us into your booth. And it's Rob Grimes for Tech Advisor Media, and welcome to NoWait.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Pleasure.